Today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite, snow mold. So as you can see behind me here, just a little bit of snow left over from the winter. I have a service that plows our driveway for us, and they tend to drop the snow in one area, which is right behind me. This year, much like a lot of years, we have some snow mold issues. Gray snow mold, thankfully, not pink. Gray snow mold tends to affect the blades. Pink can affect the blade and the root, causing permanent damage to the turf. So as this snow has started to melt, the mold has appeared, and that's happened for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was a late freeze for us here. Around the beginning of January, we didn't have much snow. The ground was still not frozen, and then we had a bit of a dump of snow. That snow stayed while the ground underneath it was not frozen. The mold started underneath. It went dormant as the ground did freeze. And now that it's thawing, the mold is presenting itself. It's starting to grow. So I need to take care of that. The first thing I'm going to need to do is identify the areas that I have the problem. So that's going to require a visual inspection. I'll take a walk across the property and see if I can see any active mold growing and spots that may have already been damaged. The treatment for snow mold is pretty straightforward. I take my leaf blower and I'll break up any active patches, any active growth that there is, and then I'll use either my leaf blower or a rake to lift any matted areas that have become damaged from the snow mold as well. Make sure you don't take that leaf blower and blow it directly down onto your lawn. That grass is still wet, and that air can actually damage the wet lawn. So make sure you take it at a bit of an angle. So your objective here is to, just as I said previously, lift that grass up, allow the moisture to dry up, and then that snow mold will take care of itself naturally. There are things that you can do to prevent snow mold. Those preventions actually happen in the fall. Number one, you want to cut your grass a little shorter. If the grass mats down, it's going to hold water, it's going to hold moisture, and in the springtime, it's a prime breeding ground for mold. Number two, don't allow clumps of leaves to sit idle on your lawn. Mulch them if you can. or remove them as another alternative. I personally mulch them because they feed my lawn. And in addition, they fill little gaps that are in the soil and prevent actually weeds from growing the next year. The damage from snow mold could be relatively small. The grass, for the most part, will repair itself, but the early intervention will help speed up that repair. In cases of heavy damage, you may need to rake those areas out, exposing the soil, dropping a seed, putting a fertilizer, and then topping with some form of a top dress that will help hold the moisture in and also prevent birds from flying above, seeing your seeds and coming deep. And I personally use peat moss. So that's a wrap. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. I'd appreciate it if you take time to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.